Bienvenidos from the Rio Grande Valley. Welcome to Pueblo News. I'm Ana Sanchez. We're so excited to be here tonight for our weekly show. Pueblo News is a project of La Unión del Pueblo Entero. This show is to share with our members the latest news about the Rio Grande Valley. To join Lupe, visit our website lupenet.org or send us a message on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. Time and time again, we continue seeing undocumented immigrants in the news being attacked and ostracized while our government remains in inaction. We are tired and angry that we have to continue after each disappointment only to get a crumb of the pie. When will our politicians decide and understand that these lives are on the line? We have the golden opportunity to pass immigrant reform now. It is of utmost importance that Congress passes a reconciliation bill.
We are here today with you because we are at a critical moment in our movement and for our country. We are here to elevate the demands of our communities, that care can't wait, that a pathway to citizenship cannot wait.
Say it loud, say it clear, immigrants are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear, immigrants are welcome here.
I came to this country right before the pandemic. As an essential worker, I have made sure I have put in my effort, my best, to make sure I keep Americans safe. I have risked my life to make sure I attend to anyone who is in need. But while doing that, I do it in fear because I am the risk of being deported. We are here to say no to deportation.
No with deportation, no with liberation.
This is our once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to do the right thing and create an immigration system that brings humanity to the forefront. We have the House, the Senate, and the White House. We will not accept any excuse for the inability to provide pathway to citizenship.
President Biden just announced his Build Back Better bill, which includes many different advancements in our economy. From childcare to affordable healthcare to immigration reform, we are still waiting to see if our government can deliver on these promises. As of now, they have set aside $100 billion for immigration reform, but this is tentative, and we are still waiting for them to vote on this bill and approve it. We have to continue fighting to ensure protection for 11 million people. Moving forward to our next segment, we take a look back at our nation's history and how it influences current laws. For centuries, Black, Indigenous, and people of color have been part of the most marginalized communities in this country. This country was founded on white supremacist values that are so ingrained within our government that it's almost impossible to find a policy that is not rooted in racism. From the early beginning, the U.S. has exploited and benefited from the oppression of these communities. We've seen this from the Jim Crow laws, poll taxes, to the creation of Border Patrol with members of the KKK and Texas Rangers. These are merely a grain of salt within a sea of discriminatory policies, and yet we continue to see voter suppression, deportations, and exploitation of undocumented immigrants to keep this country running. The following news stories are proof of the continued effort by white supremacists to introduce laws that disenfranchise people of color. Last week, Governor Greg Abbott signed into law the new Texas political maps. The new law, which passed with unanimous GOP support, redraws the state's House and Senate districts. The law will last until 2031. According to the Texas Tribune, the new map adds 2 seats in the U.S. Congress, representing Austin and Houston, but will give a major edge to white voters in areas with ethnic majorities. Despite Senator Joan Huffman claiming that the new political map was, quote, race blind, the new districts will significantly decrease the voice of minorities. Areas with a Hispanic majority will be fragmented and paired with areas overwhelmingly white. As an example, in the old state Senate map, Hidalgo County was grouped with Cameron, Willacy, Kennedy, and Kleberg in District 27. Both Hidalgo and Cameron outweighed the white voters in Kennedy and Kleberg. Now Hidalgo is part of District 20, grouped with the Jim Wells and Nueces counties, adding more white voters to the district. while decreasing the power of the minority population. According to Anthony Gutierrez, Executive Director of Common Cause Texas, quote, racially and partisan gerrymandered maps deny every voter in Texas from having an equal say in the issues we care about. Lupe filed a federal lawsuit represented by MALDEF to challenge these racist maps, but the maps could remain in effect through the 2022 midterm elections. Racism and erasure of ethnic and LGBT+ struggles are prevalent in both government and schools. State Representative Matt Cross is initiating an inquiry into Texas school district content. According to the Texas Tribune, the inquiry serves to review content that pertains to race or sexuality or, quote, makes students feel discomfort. The letter by Representative Cross includes more than 800 titles, including 1967, The Confessions of Nat Turner by William Styron, Hood Feminism, Notes from Women That a Movement Forgot by Mickey Kendall, and LGBT Families by Leanne K. Curry McGee. The inquiry will require school districts to 1. Provide the number of each book the district has, 2. In which campuses they are located, and 3. Budget allocated to purchase these books. The move comes after the infamous critical race theory law, where House Bill 3979 was passed to curb discussion of race and racism in the classroom. The letter by Representative Cross did not explain how these books were elected, but Representative Victoria Needs says this is a part of an ongoing effort by Texas Republicans to, quote, dilute the voice of people of color. In this week's announcements, with a heart full of gratitude, our Executive Director, Juanita Valles Cox, announces her retirement. A former farm worker who joined the movement over 35 years ago, Juanita's legacy of building Pueblo power is as strong as ever. A recent victory in the colonias has recently been championed by the hard work of Nadia Briones. They started organizing to get pavements in their colonia, and recently she successfully organized her colonia to receive public lighting. Here is a small clip of Nadia describing their hard work and the process to this feat.
Venimos a dar las gracias a la comisionada Eli Torres por habernos apoyado sobre los postes de la luz, que gracias a Dios pues ya nos van a poner los postes. Yo les digo que sí se puede. Como miembros necesitamos apoyarnos y pues háganse miembros de Lupe. Yo en todas las plataformas estoy compartiendo, para hacer más. Con la unión sí se puede hacer las cosas y nosotros lo tenemos bien comprobado porque por medio de la Lupe nosotros gracias a Dios tenemos una calle pavimentada que nosotros no teníamos, batallábamos mucho para salir de la colonia y ya tenemos, gracias a la unión del pueblo entero, tenemos una calle pavimentada y próximamente vamos a tener el alumbrado público.
This upcoming week on Friday, we will be hosting our Junta General. Michael Mireles of the Mexican American Legal Defense and Educational Fund will be joining us to explain redistricting and how it affects our community. Thank you for tuning in with us tonight. To join Lupe, visit lupenet.org or send us a message on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. From the Rio Grande Valley, this is Pueblo News. See you next week.